Good morning, vinyl community. It's me, JC, back again. Hope everybody's doing well. I am off today, tomorrow, Saturday, which is record store day, Sunday, and Monday, which happens to be my son Carter's birthday. So I can only imagine that a lot of thrift shopping and record shopping are going to ensue over the next few days. I'm pretty excited for record store day. There's only one or two releases on the first drop that I really want, but hopefully I'll score them. One of them definitely being the Black Crowes Lions. Man, I love that band. I saw them on that tour. It's not my favorite Black Crowes album, but I've always wanted it. It's very expensive, so hopefully I'll score it. But if you guys like my videos, please remember to hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I have gotten so many new subscribers over the last week. Not sure why, but I appreciate it. Thank you for the extra comments. Thank you for the shares. Those of you that have shared it on your Facebooks and your social media accounts promoting my show. You guys are the best. So today, we're going to rewind the clock a little bit to earlier this year. I was noticing that, Pink Floyd had come out with their reissues a couple years ago. And for the most part, people were not 100% satisfied with them because they were cut from a digital source. I didn't necessarily run out and go grab them. But the one record I was definitely interested that hadn't been re-released since the mid-90s, and when it came out in the 90s, it was very rare. They only did, I forgot how many copies, but it was very limited. And that was, they made a giant box set to the album Pulse. Now, I owned this back in CD back in the day. Back in the 90s, I dated this girl that was totally into Pink Floyd, and she had everything Pink Floyd ever did. It was like, get a girlfriend, get a Pink Floyd collection, one of those type of deals. But once she left my life, I needed to get some Pink Floyd. But I had Pulse on CD, I had it on DVD, always wanted the vinyl. So when they re-released it, I picked it up. And I can tell you that I'm very satisfied. So, when I was growing up, Delicate Sound of Thunder, which was the first Pink Floyd live album once Roger Waters had left the band, that was my go-to. So I'm going to tell you a little story. I'm going to do a little live album, my love of live albums, why I love live albums later on this month, I think, or in September. But the reason why I love live albums is when you grow up and you don't get many records per year, you tend to want to get the most for your money. And most of the time live albums, because they're not as popular as probably the studio recordings, you normally were double albums, and normally they were priced pretty reasonably. So bands like Pink Floyd, I definitely, as soon as A Delicate Sound of Thunder came out, I went and grabbed that album. The Springsteen box set, live, 75 to 85, whatever it was, I grabbed that box set. But I never owned Pulse on vinyl. Always wanted it. I just couldn't go out and spend $1,000, or whatever it was on the original issue in the 90s. So I'm gonna do a little unboxing of the reissue so you guys can see it. They did such an amazing job. Here's the hype sticker. You guys can see it. I don't know if it's focused in. It's a 4 LP, but they totally did it right. Instead of doing like some like a major gatefold like what Anthrax did, I know I showed that to you the other day, they individually made covers for each album. I am thinking about, I have a shipment coming in from Vinyl Storage Solutions, individually bagging the 4 albums so that sliding in and out of this case, it doesn't get damaged. But the first thing I want to show you with this box set, I'll show you the back cover first. There's the back cover. First thing I want to show you, let me get this bad Larry open. Here we go. Is this. This is a hardcover book. I mean, they went all out. Block Josh Costa's face here. I'm not going to show you the entire book because that would be a boring ass video. But I'm going to show you just some of the pictures, live shots. Now, this book came with the original 90s issue, and I did watch a comparison video, and it is identical to the original issue, which is really cool. So one of the reasons why, even though my heart really loves Delicate Sound of Thunder, it's probably because of the nostalgia of being a kid, and that was my album, so you listen to it over and over and over again, and the set list. But Pulse has more songs than Delicate Sound of Thunder. I feel like the set list is better. What I absolutely love about Delicate Sound of Thunder is the first track is parts 1 through 5 through 7 of Shine On You Crazy Diamond. So Shine On You Crazy Diamond has one big long song instead of broken up into 2. So as you can see, each album has original cover art, back cover art, and not only that, printed inner sleeve. The labels are all the same, I believe, on all 4 of them. We'll double check though. Nope, actually though, I think the labels are going to be different on them. So let's take a look. I should have done my research, guys. But that's album 1 for Pulse. This is a 4 album set. Keep in mind, guys, that this is, I believe, going out of print. I can't say that, but I can tell you that it's harder and harder to find unless people are spending their stimulus check on it, and that's why. Album cover number 2. I mean, I'm not going to go through the set list for you guys. I mean, I'm sure you guys can Google it. I don't want to make this video 20 minutes, but yep. Each one has its own custom label with a different photo. The album cover is kind of the photo on the label. So I'll show you all 4 labels. That's album number 2. Album number 3. This is a really cool one. There's the label. I mean, you know Pink Floyd is going to have cool album covers. There's just no doubt about that. I was watching Sea of Tranquility, if anybody watches that channel. It's such a great channel. And they were talking about Foreigner. It was, they had Martin Popoff on the channel too as like a guest star. And how Foreigner has the absolute worst album covers of all time. And they're pretty terrible. All right, and look at this cover. Woof! Beautiful. I mean, you guys, I believe this has Dark Side of the Moon in its entirety too. So it's really cool. I know that it's not cut from the analog tapes. There's the label, but the original is just so expensive, and I don't know about you guys, but it's hard. I mean, it's hard to justify spending $700 or more on a record. It just really is. But that is it. Pink Floyd Pulse. You can still find it. It's still on Amazon, but it's every day it seems like the price is going up, which generally that's an indication that the supply is low when the demand is high. So what I would tell you guys is, if you're definitely interested in getting that album, I would go seek it out. I would go buy it. Do what you got to do, because if it does go out of print, I'm sure it'll be a $300 box set. All right, guys, so I'm off for the next few days. We got record store day, going thrifting. I hope everybody is, cool out there. Peace. Rock out.